Memnon, who was classified as a Greek hero and also among kings. Culturally, he generates from Ethiopia, which was his home, but is mentioned heavily throughout Greek mythology as well. In literary sources, he's mentioned in modern tales such as the Shades of Memnon, but in antiquity, he is mentioned by various Greek scholars, including Diodorus. Memnon, by whose name the colossi became known, was the hero of the Trojan War. He was the king of Ethiopia, who led his troops from Africa to Asia Minor to help protect the besieged city, but was ultimately killed by Achilles. And the name Memnon means ruler of the dawn. This unique warrior is literally the foundation of much of our modern literature. Helen of Troy, the stories of Achilles, the Trojan horse, and other Greek mythologies ultimately surround this man. He was an Ethiopian, known as their greatest champion, and known for high ethical behavior. He was considered the greatest swordsman who ever lived. The Book of Memnon is dedicated to the veneration of this warrior. There are many vases in museums capturing images of his hand-to-hand combat moment. And historians like Diodorus Silicus will admit that he was virtually unstoppable, killing Achilles, the demigod and Greek hero, and fighting Ajax, who was considered to be second to only Achilles himself, and was the tallest and biggest of the Greek demigods, goes toe-to-toe and blow-to-blow, and even Ajax himself cannot defeat Memnon. Achilles, who no man could beat, said he could not defeat Memnon in a frontal battle. And Memnon was compared by Zeus himself to Achilles in greatness and in valor. Memnon in Greek mythology was the son of Tithonus, who was the son of Laomedon, of the legendary king of Troy, as well as Ios, who was herself the personification of the dawn, and he was the king of the Ethiopians. He was a post-Homeric hero who, after the death of the Trojan warrior Hector, went to assist his uncle Priam, who was the last king of Troy, against the Greeks, and he performed prodigies of valor, but ultimately is slain by the Greek hero Achilles. According to tradition, Zeus, the king of the gods, was moved by the tears of Ios and bestowed immortality upon Memnon. His companions were changed into birds called the Memnonides that came back every year to fight and lament over his grave. The combat between Achilles and Memnon was often represented by Greek artists, and the story of Memnon was the subject of the great lost Ethiopias of Arctinus of Miletus, which was written circa 650 BCE. His sacred place was the Colossus of Memnon, which was known for the singing statues. In Egypt, the name Memnon was connected to the 70-foot colossus of stone statues that were in the image of Amenhotep III near the city of Thebes, two of which remain still. The most northerly of the three was partially destroyed in an earthquake in 27 BCE, resulting in a very curious phenomenon. Every morning, when the rays of this rising sun touched the statue, it gave forth musical notes that sounded like the twang of a harp. This was supposed to be the voice of Memnon responding to the greeting of his mother, Eros, who was herself the dawn. And thus the legend of Memnon lives and grows, and look forward to more dissection of the character Memnon in videos to come.